Alright, what is up, people? Eric here. Today we're going to do kind of a new little twist. So I saw that Ted Greene has kind of been trending on the internet right now, and I've been planning on making videos about him for a long time now. I've had this book, Chord Chemistry, for about 4 years, and I've had a lot of time to dissect it. And so basically I'm just going to choose random sections from it and just go over some of the ideas, because like even just one page or one section can just give you a ton of great material to work with and understand jazz better. Alright, so this one's on page 99. We're going to talk about turnarounds today. Why are turnarounds important? Well, probably because the 2-5-1 is pretty much the backbone of all jazz songs, most of them, not like the blues ones obviously, but even then, the first turnaround you learn is a 1-6-2-5, and that's basically just an extension of the 2-5. So just knowing that one turnaround, 1-6-2-5, gives you so much to work with in terms of substitutions for jazz standards. Alright, so let's just go over the first three that he has. So the 1-6-2-5 that I just did is the one that he mentions first, which makes sense. We're going to do it in the key of C just so the chord names are easier. C, major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, G7. Super basic. What can we do to make it more interesting? Well, we can make the first chord a major 6 if we want. Can add the 9th on that one. We can turn this into D minor 9. And we can turn this into a G13. Or a G7 sharp 5. So check this out. So, the takeaway from that is you can pretty much add any extensions you want onto the major or minor or dominant chords, and you can add any alterations you want to the 5 chord. So I did the sharp 5 here, but you can add the 13, the sharp 5, the flat 9, the sharp 9, that one's pretty hard to do. What I'm doing there, the fingering, is use your thumb to do the, you can do your thumb or this, 3 on the thumb, and then use your pointer finger to do the 3rd fret of the D string. Do 4-4 with your ring finger on the B and the G, and then stretch all the way to the 6 with your pinky on the high E. That is a 7 sharp 5 sharp 9, so. And it often goes just to the sharp 5 flat 9. This is a good chord shape to know as well. Alright, so that's just the first turnaround. Alright, so the second turnaround he has us doing is a 3-6-2-5, which is just a great way of extending it. So we're going to start on E minor 7 here, still in the key of C. Now that would be a really good way to end a song, probably, if you want to just like stretch it out just a little bit more. So again, we're going 3, then we're going to go to the, we're going to turn the 6 into a dominant chord, making a secondary dominant that leads into D minor. So this is what I like to call just a chain of 2 5s. How can we make it more interesting? Do the same stuff we did on the first. Add extensions and alterations. And now, not all of those alterations were diatonic. All I'm doing is using my pinky to make it a little bit more interesting, and I want you to get in the habit of doing that. That's how people do like that crazy chord melody kind of stuff. It really is just finding the notes inside of the chords. Alright. let's see, what's next? I think we should cover some of the diminished turnarounds because they're really common too. We're going to modulate to the key of F because I feel like I know a really good song. And you know what? Actually, right before we do that, I'm going to show you another fun way we could spice up that 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So instead of playing the 5 chord instead of playing any of the dominant chords, we're going to play the tritone substitution as a dominant 7 flat 9. Easy way to remember this is your target chord, just approach it with a dominant 9 chord a half step above. Rewind that, it's important. A tritone sub, just approach the chord you're trying to go to with a dominant chord. And a dominant 9 works really well on the guitar in particular. So check this out. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to do both versions of it so you can hear the similarity. Alright, now we can move into the diminished ones. We're going to switch to the key of F so we can go over the song My Buddy, because that has both of it built into the chord progression and it's super easy. So we're in the key of F. And now we have 1, 6, 2, 5. Tritone sub for the 5 right here. Alright, so let's rewind it back to the beginning. These are 2 other turnarounds using diminished chords. So we can use the sharp 1 diminished as a half step motion, just going up to the 2. F sharp diminished, G minor 7, C7, and you can do C7 flat 9. And then we're going to go to the flat 3 diminished this time, and that will still take us to the 2. So this is a nice little point here. The 2 chord can be approached from a diminished chord below it by a half step, and it can also be approached by a diminished chord a half step above it. And if you want, you can check out my other YouTube video, how diminished chords are used in jazz, where I go in a bit of a deeper dive with this. But anyway, I'm going to cut the lesson here, just because there's literally 25 turnarounds listed, and I want to cover them in detail. But anyway, the main takeaways here are that you can add any extensions and alterations on your chords to make turnarounds more interesting. You can use tritone substitutions to make the dominant chords more interesting. And you can also... I don't know. It'll come back to me. I'll put it in the comments if I remember. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this casual format lesson. Keep reading. This book is very dense, but it is chock full of great information. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, drop a sub, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.